Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go,
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
I'm coming after you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to run. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Elliott. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Hey, Steve 6.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of the... Now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because... This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's complete to Slayton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Trubisky. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. 54.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. This is taken at the 15. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Trubisky to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
One, Omaha. Hey, watch that. Hey, Foxtrot. 54.
Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
They're on 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw on 2nd and 10, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Get ready. Bang, 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 bang.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 180!
Arnie.
21. Go!
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's make these babies cry.
From the gun, it's Gmakaveli. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Down to lose one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Mike.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Trubisky. loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Match Fox White. Bravo.
Trubisky will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Now White lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Able to shed free for about 7 up to the 35.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward. A 7-yard pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This for his running back, McCoy. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 46-yard line.
Garoppolo. He finds McCoy. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line after.
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 3rd down, Trubisky completes it to Samuel. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy. Of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. And here we go, watch.
Breeze to throw again. Here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Wide. Get
12, fellas, here we go. Go ahead.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Second
Here we go.
and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Check. He's checked.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. 11.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
I got you.
Watch a slant.
21. Here we go.
Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, 5-7.
58.
Garoppolo now. He's looking deep for Bell. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. Let's go. At their own 15-yard line.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one gone deep, middle of the field. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
65.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Garoppolo now. Just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
Mike 54.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Or has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Get in the white room. Get in the white room.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Kill.
0-2.
Watch the safety creep.
Kill.
Tight go.
Over.
Breeze now on 1st down. It's caught. This is White. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Shotgun now for Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
21. Hey, gun.
Motion. 53's the Mike. 53.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball in the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, gun.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike, spot 4.
White.
Mike, spot 4. Let's go. 54 is Mike.
To throw is Garoppolo.
It's just me and you.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
80 weapon.
Watch twist.
Now Breeze looking for White on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
We own them. Deuce.
13.
From the 38, Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check. Watch 54. I'm coming.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big play there for Philly. 51 yards on the ground. A great run, but, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Again, it's Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it third down and 10.
Ready? You ready? Over.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Well-executed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, I know this will surprise you, but I've actually done a little bit of reading lately, and all the analytics say that you should go for it more on fourth down. I think someone has referred back to their analytics coach. Maybe he's got a pipeline into the booth because that was a really good play call.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
So time has